On the big hard fact, let's talk about the pensions system. Some say it's broken. So let's talk about some of the challenges that retirees face in getting their pensions and what could be done to resolve them. As usual, we're going to bring you the latest news updates every hour on the hour, but let's get started with today's big weekend. Lagos, I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
The big weekend.
Can Lagos really deliver the blue and red lines by early 2023? Did the NYSC advise corps members to make friends with their kidnappers? Is INEC correct to blame ignorance for National Assembly's resistance to electronic transmission? And has the shutdown in Zamfara helped the security situation? It was a really big weekend, Lagos. Choosing which stories to bring you and which stories to not was difficult, but we did it. So let's talk about these ones. Governor Sanwo-Olu says both the red and blue line of the Lagos Light Rail will be ready by early 2023. Basically, the governor is saying that he's going to deliver these two projects before his first term is over. Now, of course, it'll be the first time where we don't hear that one, Abby. The question is the work keeping up with the promise? One of the next major milestones is finishing the station at Marina. It's a multimodal station. It's supposed to handle rail, BRT, and ferries. Then there's also work going on at the Ikeja station, which is the second largest station after Marina. And then, of course, there's still the massive rail work ongoing. But the governor believes that the level of work is high enough to meet the deadline. He said, quote, "We are excited because we can see the number of Nigerians that are working here. I think here in Marina alone, we have over 1,000 workers. Part of the things we have been telling our contractors is that we need to have proper skill transfer. So we'll be working with LASU, University of Lagos, and Yaba College of Technology, where we'll be having engineering students that will have a feel of what rail construction is all about. They will come and see the bridge, road, and rail construction as a learning tool so that they can see how these are being done. Thus, our contractors can take them as interns. There are a few hiccups, but we believe that we'll surmount them. Therefore, we're still on track. Last quarter of 2022, by the grace of God, or first quarter of 2023, you begin to see your trains moving on these two corridors." End quote. Governor's words. Now, as we debate whether this rail work will be delivered to standard and without further budget and time overruns, let's also talk about road work, right? Tanker drivers are threatening to go on strike from October 8th to protest the deplorable state of roads in the country. We heard from Salmon Oladiti. Mr. Oladiti is the head of the Petroleum Truck Drivers, PTD. And he said his members are complaining about the bad conditions of highways, which is exposing them to accidents and hijacks. Oladiti said, quote, "The list of these highways are endless, and petroleum tanker drivers have been going through harrowing situations, even while rendering selfless national services to ensure delivery of petroleum products to homes and factories in every nook and cranny of this country, day and night, in good and bad weather." End quote. So let's talk. Do you think the red and blue lines will be ready by Q1 2023? What do you think about the ultimatum from tanker drivers to go on strike over bad roads? Now, I hear that our number for men is not available at the moment, so everybody call us on 01 01465 7190. 01465 7190. Everyone call that number. 01465 7190. Of course, if you cannot get through via the phone lines, if both phone lines are problematic at the moment, you can always reach us via social media, right? So there's Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3, and there is YouTube, Nigeria Info FM, and there's WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080 959 75805. 080 959 75805. That's for what's it called now? WhatsApp. That's for everybody who cannot reach us via the phone lines. If you are listening to us abroad, please call us via Skype. Skype is Nigeria Info FM. Search us on Skype and give us a call there, and we'll bring you live on the show. 99.3, hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
I'm Sani Sulaiman.
You're sounding?
I want to... Sani Sulaiman.
Oh, good to have you on the show, Sani.
I want to talk about the rail.
Yes.
I think it's a very good project. It's, it's a landmark project. As far as I'm concerned, we are for Lagos. So for quite a while, Lagos is been taunted as a mega city with nothing to show for it and all that. I think that's this kind of projects, we need a lot more of it. And all that.
Do you think it's
line
ready?
has been on for over for up to probably 10 years now.
Right,
I think
right.
with I want to believe with the extent of work I've gone around, I think it's possible to complete it on time, and something that looks it looks like a landmark thing that would bridge the underdeveloped part of Lagos with the central business district. Looks like it. Let's see how it plays out.
Okay, all right. Let's see how it plays out, Sani says. Do you agree with Sani that, this could work? This could be ready in time for the end of Governor Sanwo-Olu's first term. What do you think? Lagos, 0700-993-993-993. I, for one, want to live in a Lagos where that exists, to be honest with you. I think it's going to thoroughly decongest the roads if it actually happens. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. What's your name? Your name is?
Hello.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's your name?
My name is Sean.
Sharon, welcome. Go ahead.
All right, great. I graduated from university in 2011, and I did a 5-year course. And we were still talking about this rail line then, and how the government promised us that in 5 years they were going to finish it. Blah blah blah. I'm not being Governor Sanwo-Olu for anything, actually. I'm just tired of all these empty promises all over again. Now, you're saying 2023. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah. You're saying 2023. This is probably this is the last quarter of 2021. Let's hope Corona does not stop anything in 2022 again. Let's just pray. But at the rate they are going, let's stop deceiving ourselves. They're not talking to illiterates here. It's not going to work. At the rate they are going, it's really not going to work.
Sharon says at the rate they're going, it's not going to work. Oh, I've just been told we have more numbers that you can call: 01465 7191 and 01465 7192. So in addition to 01465 7190, also try 01465 7191 and 01465 7192. 99.3. Hello.
Yeah, hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Paul. I'm calling you from Igbejuleki.
Welcome, Paul. Welcome, Paul.
Thank you. See, Sandra, all these empty promises, you don't tire us, I beg. We should just look for something else and tell us. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you thank you very much for giving us a call. We appreciate it. 99.3. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Thanks for calling.
This is Joe. I think the network is bad. I called a few minutes ago.
Oh, you're calling back?
Yeah, because I'm not done.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm really not done.
I thought you were. Go
like
ahead.
Someone said a few minutes ago.
Mm.
Like, we're really, really tired of hearing the same. Oh, we're going to finish in 2023. You're going to finish in 2024. At this point, pick a struggle. That's what I'm telling them, Sanwo-Olu, the governor. Pick a struggle. You are doing too many things at the same time. You're doing too much in your head, and you feel like as if you're benefiting the people, but it's not. In your head, you're doing 15 wood constructions at the same time. Come on now. It's a storyline that we are used to, and it's really not fair. Okay, now I'm done.
All right, Sean. Thank you for calling back. I don't know how you did that so quick. You will need to do tutorials. Those of you who are able to calling as quickly as you want to, you honestly need to give like free lessons about how to get that sort of thing done. Let's take one more call and then we'll move on to our second story. Our second story is a doozy. Over the weekend, there was controversy over a purported NYSC guidebook. We're going to talk about that after we take a few more calls. 99.3, hello. Sorry about that. 99.3.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, my name is Morgan.
Morgan, welcome.
I'm calling from Ikeja.
Okay.
I'm talking in respect of the NYSC program.
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, huh? You're talking in respect of the NYSC program?
I actually served like 11 years ago.
Okay.
And to me it was rubbish.
Okay.
Because if you imagine the amount of money budgeted for each corpers, that is including their clothing and everything, and most often than not, you find out that most of the corpers, when you issue them a cloth, they go back and resew another one that will suit and match them. So why not collect those money, a budget for an individual corper, give them to start a small business, restructure it. It's not as if the NYSC thing should stop. It shouldn't stop, but they can restructure the whole system, especially in an economic that is lacking in SMEs, small medium scale enterprise, and place them with a mentor or someone that would give them at least a million each or 500,000 each on an average. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, I'm listening.
So that they can start something, a small business of their own. At the end of the day, they will set up the business, you make sure that the business is well established, then we can kick off from there. Okay. I think it's a better idea than this rubbish they are doing.
Okay.
Giving them 30,000 naira stipends at the end of the other month, they can't even boast of what they are doing with it. The inflationary index is moving at a rapid rate. It's crazy, man.
All right. Thank you, Morgan, for calling. Well, Morgan took us there, so let's go there and stay there for a bit, shall we? Over the weekend, there was controversy over a purported NYSC guidebook. Lots of corpers came online to show us a book that they claimed the NYSC gave them. The book gives advice for how to handle different situations. But what's got people talking is the advice in the event of a kidnapping. So it's under the title Advisory Tips to Minimize Being Victims of Kidnappers or Hostage Takers. This is on page 58 of the book, allegedly. And this advisory reads, quote, though it is obvious that some category of people are at higher risk, as listed in paragraph 55 above, recent experience for different reasons suggests that most Nigerians are vulnerable. The situation has reached an alarming rate such that corps members and staff should note the following tips to minimize being victims of kidnappers, or if they are unfortunate to be kidnapped or taken hostage. A. All staff and corps members should note that kidnap in our environment takes place along major roads, mostly within forested areas and those with clustered high ground. The timing of operations by abductors most times take place as from daybreak and just before dusk. For hostage taking, the criminals carry out long stretch of surveillance on target spots, including schools, houses, and isolated business compounds. Kidnappers also use victims' routine and predictability to advantage. Vary timing, routes, patterns, mode of transportation, locations, and any other activity that could be used to predict your presence at certain routes, place, and time. Keep your car windows and doors locked and locked at all times, especially at night. When traveling in high-risk roads such as Abuja, Kaduna, Abuja, Lokoja, Okene, or Aba Port Harcourt roads, alert your family members, your friends, and colleagues in order to have someone on hand to pay off the ransom that could be demanded. Be at your guard in your immediate environment and remain suspicious at all time. While moving within urban centers, avoid isolated roads. Take only basic requirements while traveling. Do not accept offer of lift to unfamiliar places. Dress moderately while on journey, especially by road. Delete all financial or business transactions from communication gadgets such as iPads or handsets. And then it goes on and on and on and on. So yeah, well, Nigerians saw that and did not find it very funny. But the NYSC has denied issuing the booklet. They've denied issuing it. But even after the denial, multiple corpers came to display the booklet on social media. So we're going to see, what more transpires as far as that story is concerned. Because I also saw a report from Premium Times. And Premium Times claims that they got in touch with the NYSC. And the NYSC said, yes, okay, it is our booklet. So we'll see what happens one way or the other. But right now, tell me what you think. How do you reconcile the NYSC's statement that they didn't issue these booklets with a number of corpers displaying identical booklets? And what do you think of the advice contained in the booklet itself? Do you think it's sensible, or do you think, come on, why have you already thrown up your hands in despair and given up? Why are you telling these people to adjust to one more dysfunction in the country? And this whole thing has, of course, reopened the debate about whether or not the NYSC is even sustainable, whether it should be scrapped. Where do you stand on that? We have just the number for women working. So the number for men isn't working at the moment. So please call us on 014657190. 014657190. 014657191 and 014657192. Hello, thanks for calling us. Hello,
good afternoon, President Sandra.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
My name is Mr. Mahmoud.
Welcome, Mr. Mahmoud.
Please, I just want to comment on the issue of the Blu-ray.
Yes. Do you think it will be ready?
By the year 2022.
Do you think it will be ready?
From the look of things, I don't think it is possible. They said the talk is cheap.
Okay.
You get it?
Okay.
So what I'm thinking, all these projects being executed by this present governor, they are pushing the completion period towards 2023. Do you know this is why I said this? There is a general hospital at Ojo.
Okay.
Be constructed by this present regime. Now, to see the banner of the general hospital without being told, you will realize that it's going to be a mighty hospital, a very big one, for that matter.
Okay.
But I tell you, Sandra, the percentage of work done so far should be around 20 to 30%.
Okay.
Each time you pass through that area, you cannot see workers working. So what I'm trying to say is that I don't know the reason why the pace of work is so slow. It is better for this governor to start a work and complete it, so that when 2023 comes, he will have something to campaign with. You cannot be campaigning with projects that are not completed. It's just an advice for him. Let him complete every project he started, so that when that year 2023, which every politician is looking to, comes, then we have something to tell the people they have done.
All right, sir. Thank you very much for calling. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, and when we do, we'll talk about INEC. They've published their official position on the electronic transmission debate. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Don't go away.
Online market for your store. No enter market just to open your store. Them go deliver your goods straight to your door.
61 years. You say fit gain independence from market wahala. Omnibees go summer better retailers with prices wey reach millions of naira. No celebrate. To chopulate this one, use promo code FREEDOM when you want check out. Make you press computer, go shop.omnibees.com or download the app to enjoy this one. Proudly Nigeria. This better promo go end for 3rd of October.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Here are some of the stories that broke this weekend. We've told you Governor Sanwo-Olu is promising both red and blue lines will be ready before his first term ends in 2023. Do you think they can really deliver that? Can Lagos really deliver the blue and red lines by early 2023? We've also told you about some new corpers claiming that the NYSC is advising them about how to handle getting kidnapped. Of course, we've told you the NYSC has denied it, but Premium Times is reporting that they have in fact confirmed that some copies are in circulation, and some of those copies contain advice on what to do when they have been kidnapped. What do you think of that? What do you think of that particular situation? And our third story, breaking this weekend as well, INEC published its official position on the electronic transmission debate. The election umpire insists in the paper that it published that it is more than capable of transmitting results electronically. INEC stated that in 2018, they and the NCC found that electronic transmission was possible from 97% of polling units nationwide. INEC once again refuted the idea that 2G networks cannot carry electronic transmission. They insist that 2G is perfectly able. Then there's the question of whether or not the National Assembly can give the NCC power to decide this question for INEC. The umpire says no. INEC says no. INEC says, quote, constitutionally, however, it is the role of INEC alone to register voters, register and regulate political parties, and conduct elections. Any process that facilitates the denudation of INEC's constitutional responsibilities to conduct elections or subject those constitutional responsibilities to the approval of an agency of government will only undermine the electoral process. Consequently, while INEC needs the partnership of NCC to transmit election results electronically, it does not require its approval. In fact, Section 160 of the Constitution empowers INEC to impose duties on other federal government agencies in the discharge of its functions. End quote. So that's INEC's final position. What do you think? Just one number working, 01014657190, 014657190. It's actually 3 in 1. So if you dial 014657190, you've got 3 chances to get through, right? Same for if you dial 014657191 and 014657192. 99.3, hello. Sorry about that. Call back if you can. Hello. Ah, that sucks. 99.3. Hello. Is anyone there?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Hello. Ah, 99.3.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. What's your name?
This is Sonny from Okota.
Welcome.
Thanks. I think the security tips given is not a bad thing at all.
Okay.
Because NYSC is not in charge of security security provision in this country. They simply give advice that will help their personnel or those who are connected to them, like the Corpers. I think it's a good thing to do. If we want to find out where to get fault from, it should be from those who are in charge of security in the country, which we know them, which I don't think I have time to mention them here. Then as for the INEC thing, INEC has a monopoly. It has a monopolistic power to conduct election to any degree. Just like EFCC, people undermine their power, but they have absolute power beyond what people, even those senators, could comprehend. I know most of them have even totally consumed the INEC charter. So I think they should stop intimidating INEC over electronic media transmission, because if you use electronic means to transmit results, it's easily detectable where there are fraud. Yes, that's what I think.
All right.
And the other one about rail lines, I don't know. All these promises are not just actions. Why not tell us that we have completed this and go and get your ticket and board your lines? These are projections, and when we do projections in this country, we call them promises, we call them achievements. So sometimes it's disturbing to an average Nigeria who don't want to be contributing to all these ideas that don't amount to anything to the leaders. So this is my own take. Thank you very much, Sandra.
Thank you very much for calling to share it. Haruna Novena on Facebook says, I'm here to... George says, telling us that both rail projects will be delivered first quarter of 2023 is like telling us moonlight riddles. Who are meant to woo ladies in the villages of those days. He leaves office by May 2023 and he wants to deliver on that period. Recall he promised to solve the Apapa gridlock of trucks, but nothing so far. For Sanwo-Olu, talk is very cheap. All right. Thank you for your message. Abel Odo Abasi says, President Sandra, I have a copy of the NYSC manual and I must say that it is disheartening to still continue posting people's children with the security situation. It should be suspended for now. Ignorance is not to blame for NASS's opposition to electronic voting, but election manipulation and rigging intentions. The politicians want to win by all means, hence the reluctance. 99.3, hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
My name is Ade from Ballet.
Welcome, Ade.
Okay. As for me, concerning the red-blue line, either the red or blue is a welcome development. I believe Sanwo-Olu will deliver on his promise in that regard. And on the NYSC, why can't they be sincere and come up open other than telling lies or defending what they cannot defend? That's what I see concerning them saying that what they can't defend, they should not say. At least they have come up open. Let people be aware that we are having security challenges. Other than for them now saying otherwise, it's not too good. So that's my take. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much for calling. 99.3.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
My name is David.
David, welcome. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. To my own absolute belief, National Assembly, as usual, have rigged the election we are expecting ahead of 2023. And it's a pity that the Nigeria populace, we can still see some people who believe so much in that 2023. And you cannot combat this National Assembly at a single point. How many polling booths do we have all over the nation? Because we know the way these politicians behave. So if you cannot combat them to stand still at one point, so I don't know how you can do it with that so many polling booths where they know how to rig. What I just want to advise INEC is that they should go to court in order to see Nigeria through, because they are the only hope now that Nigeria rely upon. Let them go to court so that court can tell National Assembly that they have a constitutional responsibility on their hand, which they are saying National Assembly should allow them to carry out. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling, sir. 99.3, hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
Hi, Sandra. I have Adam in the line.
I have who?
Adam.
Adam, welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think for me, the electronic transmission of results for me right now is not going to work. if you look at it, now, small rain, if it falls, no network. Small breeze, blow, no network in this country. So, how are they going to do it? Look at bandage everywhere. You know, if you go to my state now, Borno State, no mask for some places. How they are going to operate in that places? Let them explain to us. My people also, they are going to vote. They want to vote. So let them take us along. That's what I want to say. Thank you.
Adam, thank you very much. We've got Dare Falano from Ijeshate-Do in Surulere who says, Sandra, I'm one of the 4.8 million vaccinated Nigerians. Congratulations, my good friend. I'm happy for you. And then Dare goes on to say, I want to ask a question about the blue and red line. I know one of the two is the uncompleted one at CMS. Please, which is red and which is blue? Well, the routes that they're supposed to ply are the Okokomaiko Marina, that's the blue line. Then the Agbado to Marina, that's the red line. So I hope that answers your question. We've got a message here from Kelechi Nojo who says, I would rather not get my hopes up. Nigerian politicians are good at making promises, and let's not forget that the governor would want a second term, and that would halt all work as 2023 approaches. All the distractions that comes with elections. Seriously, you don't have to be a copper to take that advice. I think everyone should take that advice and work with it, considering the situation of things. But I personally feel that the service should be scrapped completely. It has lost its value. All right. Thank you very much for calling. We have a call from Jubril Alabi. He's a listener from the abroad. Jubril, hello. Thank you for calling us.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. My name is Jubril. Yeah, sorry, you mentioned that already.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, yeah, I would just like to talk about the NYSC thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of laughable how we set up something to serve a purpose and it's not working, and it's really hard to move on. I don't know really what the purpose is right now with the NYSC. Like the corpers get paid 30,000, right?
Right.
And to go through so much.
Right.
And I did not serve, and I actually did like a part-time studies in Nigeria, and I did not serve, and I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how someone who has served has been better in their field, like because they did that.
Right.
And so if that's not, serving any purpose for the corpers, we shouldn't really make them go through so much. In terms of security, parents have, waited so long for their kids to go to school, and they come back after 5 years only to be killed by some bandits that still get compensated even for doing that. It's such a shame. And if government can put this energy towards apprenticeship and let these guys work for someone to mentor them, that's good experience. It's more valuable than the NYSC, if you ask me. That's my take.
All right, Jubril.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much for calling to share your take. Remember, if you are listening to us abroad, you can call us via Skype. Skype is Nigeria Info FM. A traditional ruler in Zamfara says that in spite of the shutdowns, armed groups are still terrorizing his people. I'm talking about the Sarakin Shano of Shinkafi, Dr. Suleiman Shuaibu. Shuaibu spoke to BBC Hausa, and different Nigerian newspapers are carrying what he said. You know that the NCC shut down telecoms in the state, right? And the reason they did that was to stop the bad guys from coordinating their operations while the security agents move in and wipe them out. But the Sarakin said that in the first few days after the shutdown, the army flooded the area with soldiers. But since then, the Sarakin says that the soldiers are gone. He said, quote, in Shinkafi local government, we are in a helpless situation. In our position as the people who live in and know Shinkafi, there are no soldiers in Shinkafi. The soldiers earlier moved to protect Shinkafi and its environs were withdrawn after 3 days. only the old soldiers, sorry about that, only the old soldiers, where was I, who have been with us, not more than 20 were left. We have over 150 villages here. What can 20 soldiers do? Even the policemen for the entire Shinkafi local government are not more than 18 to 20 people. All these are our problems. I can assure you that these bandits are still killing our people. Even the day before yesterday, Thursday, they came into Shinkafi. A man who went to the farm to get millet to eat, they shot and killed him and shot his 12 to 13-year-old son, who is still receiving treatment in hospital. They attacked 8 villages recently. They attacked Shanawa, Katuru, Kurasa, Ganjeru, Bula, Batoli. In all these towns, they attacked and killed people in Kamarawa in Isa local government near us. They attacked, killed and kidnapped almost 400 people. We go to Sokoto to make telephone calls. We take transport from here in Shinkafi through bad roads, travel to Sokoto to make telephone calls, just to let the world know what is happening, to speak to those who we believe can save us, and for the world to hear. End quote. So I had to read you the Sarakin's words, and listening to those words, it brought back the debate about whether the security agencies are using the comms shutdown in Zamfara effectively. Because when the shutdown started, I talked to security experts here on Hard Facts, and all of them agreed that a shutdown will only work if the army and other agencies go in with heavy numbers to storm these terrorists. So basically, take advantage of the radio silence. But if that doesn't happen, then the radio silence may start to work against the people by making it harder for them to report raids on their villages. Meanwhile, the House of Reps Minority Caucus is criticizing President Buhari for telling the UN that insurgent groups have been weakened. The president said that these groups are now only able to attack soft targets. But Minority Caucus disagrees. Ndidu Elumelu, the House Minority Caucus leader, he said, quote, "The Minority Caucus was alarmed by President Buhari's report to UNGA that terrorists have been so weakened in Nigeria that they are now preying on soft targets, when in reality, insurgents have become so emboldened under his watch that they are now attacking military formations, killing and kidnapping our gallant officers while overrunning communities and murdering our citizens without restraint." End quote. So that's it from Zamfara. You've heard from the Sarakin Shanu of Shinkafi. You've heard what he said. You've heard what the president said. And you've also heard what the House Minority Leader said. Now tell me what you say. 01465 7190, 01465 7191, 01465 7192. These are all the numbers that you can try to reach us via. 99.3. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Joseph.
Your name is?
Joseph.
Joseph. Thanks for calling. Can you turn your radio off and then go ahead?
Okay.
Yes.
Our leaders, what they are doing is not proper.
Okay.
Empty promises from years to years, from time to time. Look at the way Nigeria is. Our president is not even ashamed to even speak to the United Nations. The way he's a disgraceful way to address the country. The way he addresses it, it's not proper. I think our leaders should know that they are dealing with human beings. They are dealing with people. It's becoming so disgraceful and so ashamed. It's not even presentable in any way. The way he even spoke. Thank you, Sandra.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's go to Facebook and see comments that we can take a look at. King Jameson says, to me, INEC is totally correct in their assertion on NASS's ignorance about electronic voting. I really don't know if this recent NASS are for the people or against the people. They just continue to show their sheer ignorance on so many things. And that's why you listen to them in a public hearing, you start weeping for this nation. That's a message from King Jameson. Hello.
Hello, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
Hello, Sandra.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hello?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Loud and clear. Go ahead, please.
Okay. I just want to comment on the issue of what the minority leader said.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, so, Sandra, you see, let me say we Nigerians, we are already in one chance. We have found ourselves in serious one chance.
Okay.
Because the president, if you look at the address of the president, it's all about COVID-19, how they were able to they cite all the federation. You see, it shouldn't be deceiving ourselves. That's why I said Nigeria has found themselves one chance. It's a big chance. We only pray that these people we should just do our PVC and prepare ourselves. Nigeria should look for a vibrant leader that will help us from this country.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. We've got Obioma, who is in Florida, who says it's no surprise that NYSC is denying the booklet. That's a trademark of this regime. As for the advisory, it's evidence of helplessness by the security agencies, thus the tips for safety of the core members. NYSC should be suspended. Obioma, thank you for your message. Sandra, did you hear that traditional ruler from Zamfara? Let him call his colleagues in the east and ask them how many police and army in their domain. You'll be shocked. Samuel from Oshodi with that message. Ade from Surulere says, why are the National Assembly and politicians scared of electronic voting or transmission? Because they are scared that it will expose and prevent them from ballot snatching, vote rigging, and election abracadabra that got most of them elected through the roof. We must do everything possible to insist on electronic voting and transmission. The NASS, political government office holders, and politicians should be working on the wishes of the people, not themselves. NYSC should be scrapped immediately. How many of the government or political office holders and politicians risk their children's lives on this pathetic, dangerous exercise? If they cannot put out their children to the same risks, dangers as everyone else, then it should be scrapped immediately. No buts or maybes about it. Nigeria is dangerous at the moment. We should stop deceiving ourselves. Ade from Surulere there. Thank you very much. Sandra, what type of result are they going to transmit? Is it already rigged election? Electronic transfer will not stop rigging. For me, only electronic voting should be considered. You think it's electronic voting that will not stop rigging? You think electronic voting cannot be rigged? I think we need to have a conversation about that. We've got more messages here on WhatsApp. Seriously, you don't have to... Oh, I've taken that message. Owolabi says, Sandra, which one is before his first tenure? Which one is before his first tenure? Is he using that to campaign now? Must they go for second term with all he's done during pandemic and NSAS? I beg ye. All right, Owolabi, thank you for your message. Olatunji says, what percentage of the work done so far on the red and blue lines? Thank you. Well, you should know. It's your city. You live in those neighborhoods, so you let me know. Sandra, the project is a welcome development, but the question is, will it be ready before then? To me, I think not. All right. Thanks for your message. I guess we can also classify the NDA as a weak target. This government is doing well. It's well with us. That's a message from Aderoju Adebowale, who's in Shangota. Let's go back to the phone lines. 99.3.
Hello.
Hello. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Sandra. This is Moses.
Hi, Moses.
Calling from Lekki. First, what I want to say is this. Mine is for the youth corps. If they are not ready to scrap it, they should allow them learn whatever they want to learn and put them in places of their choice. You don't send people to where they don't want to go, all in the name of uniting us. That's not the way to unite. Okay. Love can always unite us. If we love one another, I stay with you doesn't mean I should love you. You understand? Okay. So putting people where they don't want to go cannot make Nigeria unite or anything. The only one thing that can make people unite all over the world is love, nothing more. Preach love. Everybody should learn to train their children up in love. Simple. But for the youth corps, they should learn something, because the truth is that the world we are in, is graduating to what you can do with your hand. I'm laughing at so many people going to university to waste their father's money, waste their father's resources, instead of looking for something they can do and learn. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Okay, I'm sure you
You
are.
understand? People should learn something. That is okay. All these nations you say they are building, they are growing, or like China, what are they doing? Is it not technical? Is it not technical?
They're also going to school.
The main people that have all these things, people are going to invest in Nigeria, invest. The first people that invented these things, they didn't go to school. It's their brain.
Yes, but they wrote it down so that it can be
by making people
transferred.
go to school. But in Nigeria school, how many practical did they do? Is it by theory? Is it by speaking English?
Yes, but the fact that the education itself is not where it should be, it doesn't mean that people should not get it.
Basic education is good for you to be able to defend yourself, read and write. But major thing is being creative.
Okay. All right. That's your opinion, though. Thank you very much for calling. I'm sure there are lots of people who are listening who disagree. Wills Enob who says, please ask the governor when he will build Festac, Alakija, Trade Fair, Volkswagen, Lasu, Kokomaiko stations, along with the tracks. Nothing has been done. It's just a political project building. Only Marina Station. Mimi Akban says, Sandra, when you have a government that spews lies effortlessly, you don't know what to believe anymore. Wally Henry says, Sandra, from my experience on CVR, INEC can do anything. In fact, the minister that asked us to do NIN should go and learn work from that INEC boss. Ogoli also says, from the story of the NYSC, it simply means that government is telling us that insecurity has come to stay. The tips make sense, but if they have all this information, why is the government still deliberately refusing to take down these guys? That's a good question. We have a comment from Sean who says, how can NYSC deny a physical publication? I'm not surprised. The military did, Lai Mohammed did, deny everything that we know was true. Sean, thank you very much for your message. All right, we're going to take another break. When we come back from this particular break, we'll try and take one more call or two, and then we'll talk about the federal mortgage scheme. How does it work? How does the federal mortgage system work? It came up in our conversation 2 weeks ago about real estate fraud. And then we had some expert guests who called in and who said very, very interesting things. And so we're going to be talking to some of those guests on today's show. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Don't go away.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
From Ijegun says, Sandra, forget the Seriki. He knows what to do. He should gather all the youth and their elites and stage a protest to Malami's office and ask him the name of those terrorists. If he had been doing that from day one, all of this would not degenerate. 99.3, hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. What's your name?
Basil Mary.
Your name is?
Basil Mary calling.
Good to have you on the show. Go ahead.
I appreciate what you're doing on air, especially about information about vaccination. Just to tell you, I got it last week.
Oh, unfortunately, your line is not very clear. Did he say something about vaccination? I'm not sure, but his line is not so clear. Our number is 01465 7190. 01465 7190. Also 01465 7191 and 01465 7192. Let's go back to WhatsApp where we have lots of other messages. Sandra, the NYSC program is not bad, but the government is not serious about it. As I'm talking, my third daughter is serving in Kano in one of the remote villages. No accommodation and other necessary requirements for the Corpers. We pray every moment of the day for her to come back alive because of insecurity in the north. The children of our leaders and those from the states that are not safe should be posted to those states. That's Engineer Happy with that message. Engineer Happy, thanks for messaging us. 99.3.
Hello?
Thank you for calling. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Joshua.
Joshua, turn your radio off, then go ahead.
All right, I'm doing that now.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Regarding the issue of NYSC, the publication,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we live in a country where lie, pervades, How will you tell us that what we saw with the print of NYSC is a lie? Eh? In a country where people are suffering like this, look at the cost of living in Nigeria. And yet, you still want to add to it. Okay? All good.
Okay. 99.3, hello. Hello. Thanks for calling.
Hello, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
Hello?
Hello. What's your name?
Yes, Ufoma is my name.
Welcome, Ufoma.
Let me just contribute towards the electronic voting. We have some leaders who are very afraid of their voting come 2023. If they are not afraid at all, there is nothing hard for the Senate, the House of Representatives to back the electoral law that, okay, let's go for electronic voting. Let's even give you a try at first. If they are afraid that people will vote them out, yes, we should vote them out. So there is nothing for them to be afraid. If all of us can watch the election that took place between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, very wonderful election, very transparent election. So what are we afraid of? Why are our lawmakers afraid of? They should support the INEC and let's see the outcome of the Anambra governorship election. From there, we take it up. When we see the results of it, we give kudos to them. So I know that if there's any lapses at all, INEC will overcome it for better election for another governorship in the Ekiti state towards next. So there's nothing for them to afraid. They should support the INEC and the electoral system.
All right. Thank you, Foma, for calling. On that note, we wrap it up here. We'll bring you business news, of course, at the top of the hour. After the business news is done, Madam Landlord will take the air and we'll talk about the federal mortgage system. How does it work? I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Don't go away.
For news updates.
The Academic Staff Union of Universities is complaining about the lack of facilities to maintain coronavirus procedures in universities.
Exciting conversation anytime and anywhere.
No government in the history of Nigeria has targeted.
What will they be doing exactly?
They'll be doing different types of community service that are peculiar.
Stay with 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
And now the business news.